Rossi here, and this is the first episode of me and Lee's new podcast. It's called Beauty and the Beard, and today we have a special guest named Priscilla Block. She's an amazing singer, and I love. You're like, not even gonna lie, you're like my favorite one to watch in town. No, you are.
Seriously?
Yeah, because you have like the most relatable songs ever.
Yeah.
You do.
Wow, what did I do to deserve such a compliment?
Dead ass.
All of her songs, because she writes songs that'll make you cry, and then she writes the songs that you'll cry laughing at.
Yeah.
Because like they're so funny. Like how I don't even know how you come up with that shit you do. It's.
I don't know. I just put nothing off limits.
Yeah,
you know,
which is awesome.
Yeah.
I saw you the other night at Doghouse, and I saw you again another time at Bus Call. My favorite of yours is PMS.
Yeah.
It's amazing. What's the first words to the chorus in that?
Oh, turns out I ain't pregnant.
I don't need an antidepressant.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I know, my dad was in town a couple of weeks ago, and I was like playing a writer's round, and he was like, I was like, Dad, you want to hear a new song that I wrote? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, well, this one's called PMS. And he looks over at me. He's like, Priscilla, why? Like, nothing changes with you. I'm like, no, it doesn't.
I had a song at one point called When I'm Wasted. And I would always joke that it was my dad's favorite song. He hated the song. The chorus was, I only like you when I'm wasted, tipsy texting every guy I ever dated, karaoke dancing on the table, shit-faced it, I only like you when I'm wasted. I only like you when I'm wasted, I say I miss you, but it's only because I'm faded, and honestly, it's that I only miss you naked. I only like you when I'm wasted. And my dad, like, hated it.
Oh my god.
Hated it. But I was like, I can't not
You're like, I have
sing
to.
this out sometimes.
Dad, it isn't
I got a song called "Fuck Kathleen," so I don't.
and we love that song.
Everybody loves it. It's like a sing-along.
It's the theme song to my life.
Yeah,
Are you releasing that?
I am at some point, but it's gonna be. Of course, it's not gonna be on the radio or anything.
Explicit.
But it's gonna be too explicit to release. But I don't know. It's kind of funny.
I love it.
So yeah, I was seeing a girl from Kathleen, Georgia. It's actually a town, so the hook is I could never say fuck you to her, but fuck that town.
Gotcha.
Fuck Kathleen.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So good.
So good.
So good. Dun, dun, so good.
So you are releasing a single soon,
Yes.
which I'm really excited about it. Tell us about that.
So May 3rd, my single Thick Thighs comes out. And
Thick thighs.
Thick
Yeah.
Thighs. It's probably the first country song that you'll hear the words Thick Thighs and the Kardashians in it. You're welcome.
Hell yeah.
They
Not gonna
save
lie,
lives.
I love the Kardashians.
Oh, I live for the Kardashians.
I don't even know who they are. I mean, like, I know of them, and I know they have big butts and shit, but that's all I know.
Okay, here's the thing. So I've spent, obviously my whole life watching the Kardashians. Our family, we just love the Kardashians.
Me too.
But, like, what I love so much about them, and even, like, releasing Thick Thighs and, like, putting them in the song, like, I feel like they've changed the game in a sense. Like, they've so much, like, channeled into, like, being curvy girls.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I feel like they've just made it, I don't know,
Cool.
like, cool again.
No, well,
and,
right
like,
before the Kardashians, it was like, and this isn't, I love Paris Hilton, like, I think she's hilarious, like, The Simple Life is one of my favorite shows, I think it's hilarious, but that was what was in, this skinny little, low pants, like, skinny little thing, and then the Kardashians came out, and people were like, oh no, it's actually cool to have curves again.
Yeah, and it's like, everybody can say what they want about the Kardashians, like, oh, well, they get work done, but, like, honestly, I feel like they changed the game in a sense, like, they all Snapchat their workouts. They're busting their tails every day, like sweating, working out like crazy. And it's cool, like, because it's just, sure, they might do whatever because they've got money. But hey, they work their butts off to be curvy girls, and I love it.
And I think they work their butts off just to keep their empire going. Like, I think they're constantly working. Lee's like,
why did
No
we
idea.
even go there? I don't know. I just...
Like
Chloe's show, Revenge Body, I was all about it.
yeah,
Like, I don't know.
love it.
So, yeah, so that's why I throw them in there on the song of the Kardashians.
Now, I love the album cover, the single cover of your next one.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
It's just her butt. I mean, that's out now, so I can say that, right?
Yeah,
She
it's
has
out.
jeans on, but it's her
it's
booty.
my, well, yes. So I am in a pair of jeans, and it's like the outline of my butt, which I actually got a message. I sent it off for distribution.
oh yeah.
Oh, speaking of explicit,
Right.
I got an email back from them, and it was flagged. And I was like, oh no, I'm freaking out. This is the other day. I'm like, it's not going to go out. Like, this, yeah, so they put a block on it. And they were like, there's an issue with your artwork, a parental advisory logo. And they were like, if there's any like profanity, language, blah, blah, blah in the song, it needs to be marked as explicit. And with the logo being like a parental advisory. And I was so confused. And they're like, so there's some sort of mismatch. Either, upload new artwork or mark the song as explicit. And I was like, no. So I emailed them back. I was like, the song's not explicit and neither is the picture to my knowledge. I'm not in underwear.
No.
Or like a bathing suit or something. And they were like,
has a naked baby on there.
Lizzo just released her album and she's, I mean, and I love her, but she's completely naked. She's just covering something, and that wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it was.
I think it was like, could have been like a computer issue or something, but I ended up reaching out to them and I was like, hey, I'm not changing my artwork because we spent so much time trying to brand it. And 2, not going to mark the song as explicit because I'm trying to get playlisted.
Yeah. And it's not.
And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, it was just like, an automatic, like, I guess they, I don't know, since my booty on there. I mean, but thank you for saying that my ass is explicit. I really, thank you. It works great with the song title.
That's amazing.
So,
who did
anyways,
the artwork?
We're all good to go on that part. So this girl, Jillian Lerner, she is a great photographer in Nashville. She actually shot the picture. And on my porch. That picture was taken on my porch.
It's probably not the first time you showed your ass on your porch. You're just gonna throw that out there.
That is so true, Lee, and I'm really, really glad that you brought that up. Oh, my neighbors have definitely seen me naked multiple times. It's good. But yeah, so she took the picture and did the editing, edited the background pink, because I guess it's pretty easy to do.
It looks gorgeous. I'm telling you, I love it.
Thank you.
I mean, it looks like there are sometimes people who are kind of on our level who are trying to make it, who their songs are great and then their artwork, they kind of just
falls flat.
Yeah. Yours looks huge,
And just
Thank
so
you.
we can show everybody
yeah.
what we're talking about. Maybe you can see that.
You can't.
It looks amazing. I can also put it up there.
Oh yeah, I guess we can
Well,
show.
that didn't help either.
But it's okay.
It's Priscilla's ass. You're welcome.
We can pop it on the screen for everybody. But yeah. And then Brian Lafferty, he's my bass player. He did all the artwork. So I wanted to go super 90s with it, and I feel like it turned out really good.
No, it looks
Thank
amazing.
you.
I'm really excited for it.
I'm so excited. I'm nervous, but really, really pumped.
Is it your first single?
So I put out music almost 2 years ago. I put out an EP. And it was my first songs that I had written in Nashville. And I'm thankful for that project, but I also feel like I've grown so much as a writer and artist that I'm just ready to put something out there.
Did you delete the other one?
No.
See, I put one out a few years ago, and I listening back, I'm like, wow, I'm so young, and these songs aren't really as good as the songs are now, and I just took it off.
Really?
Yeah, because I love going back and finding some of my favorite artists and finding how shitty they were. And you're like,
you're
wow,
I loved your shitty days. I literally was.
I still have 200 hard copies of that EP, so you can have.
Right? Yeah, I need that in my life. Because I was the biggest Blink 182 fan back in the day, but if you listen to really, really early stuff before Travis Barker got with them, it's completely different than what everybody got to know whenever the Enema of the State album came out. So it's, Scott Rayner was their drummer back then, and it was way faster and more punk, I guess. It wasn't mainstream.
Yeah.
But it was good stuff. But anyway, so it's fun to go back and hear people's first stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I figured if the day comes that I get a record deal, they might make me take it down, but I don't know. I mean, it's cool to see the growth.
Yeah.
No,
I agree.
And I do love those songs. I mean, obviously, like I said, it's I write a little bit different stuff now, but like Lee was saying, I love a good heartbreak song, and that's why I'm so excited to put out Thick Thighs, because I feel like everyone's expecting, especially from back home, in Nashville. Thankfully, I feel like there's been some buzz around Thick Thighs. So, people in town know the song, but everybody back home is probably expecting me to put out some heartbreak song. So everyone's gonna be really shocked.
There was one song, gosh, this may fall flat, but I heard you one time at Doghouse like a few months ago, and it was a song about like seeing someone at a bar. Do you know what I'm talking about? What was it?
Is it called My Bar?
No, but that one's amazing too. I saw that the other night. But
I'm just not that single.
I'm just not as single
as you.
Yeah.
That's a good one. It's a great one too. All your songs that you sang the other night, I remember. Like,
oh my gosh,
yeah, they're so good.
So good.
Thank you.
We're just complimenting the whole time.
Gosh, like what did I do to deserve this?
We're just hanging out. She's just hanging out with fans.
Well, I was like, I want to do the podcast, and Lee was like, okay, let's do it. And I was like, he was like, we need a guest, and I was like, Priscilla Block is a bad bitch. I want her on the podcast.
Yeah. I still have that text if you want to read it.
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of know her.
I kind of know her. Like, we've only been on the road a couple times together, and you know,
and scary places,
terrifying places.
What do you mean?
So we went to West Virginia to play a show that somebody booked for Dustin and Priscilla, and I always just like to tag along and have fun and get drunk and end up on stage playing shit that I shouldn't play, but it's what I do. I have a good time. And so anyways, we go to this place, and it's a restaurant, a bar, a brewery, a grocery store, and they have a little apartment upstairs.
Yeah.
So anyways, so we go, and me and Priscilla's like, okay, we're going to go upstairs and check this out and see what the apartment looks like. Mm-hmm. Dude, and so you have to go up, like you have to go through the brewery, through the little grocery store, and go upstairs on the far side of the grocery store. And once you get up there, it's like a big attic, and there's like an old wheelchair and like old
dolls,
just
and
weird,
Christmas
creepy
trees.
stuff. But then there's a sliding glass door that you go in through, and then there's a bed and like a futon, and then there's like like a bunk bed, but there's no bed on the bottom bunk. It's like a little desk.
Okay.
And there's like these little creepy old chairs for like a 2 or 3-year-old would sit in, but they're like old school wooden. There's like a picture of a face, just like a mask, like this lady taking a mask off, like half her face.
You walked in there and like your skin is just crawling.
Yeah. Did they tell you like stories or
no,
just
no.
like
no?
It was we didn't know. There's blood all over the stove. Like seriously, blood on the stove. But
do you have those videos?
I do have the Snapchat videos.
Like it was something out of a movie.
It was.
And I look over at Lee. I said, Lee, we are not staying here.
Did you leave?
Well, I was gonna get drunk, stay. I didn't care. But by the time that kind of ended up being a shit show.
It ended up being a
shit show. There's no other way to put it.
So we ended up not staying there. Long story short.
Yeah. So Dustin, like I guess. We had a band tab, maybe. Well, I paid my tab. She paid her tab. The other guy that was singing, Corey, he paid his tab. And then there was a band tab. Mm-hmm. The beer there were $2 a piece. Well, Dustin went to get paid. He was going to pay his tab. They told him it was $96. We're like, dude, there's no way you drink that many beer. So, yeah. Wow. So the guy was drunk. The bar owner was drunk and got mad at Dustin and was like, just go upstairs and go to bed. Just go. And Dustin's like, no, like, I don't want your money. And Dustin threw a $100 bill on the counter. And it was like a big thing. And Dustin came outside. I was outside just hanging out. And he comes out there and he's like, I ain't staying here. He's like, go get your shit. We're getting in the car. I was like, okay, whatever we're doing.
Stay there anyway, so I was quite happy.
Yeah. So we drove like an hour, kind of got lost for a little bit, and it's like 3:30 in the morning in West Virginia. We never been there before.
Were they just trying to take your money?
Yeah.
It was just
And he was like upset. Like the bar owner was like, he was like, we lost money tonight, and blah 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 blah. And I think that it was the way, because we didn't even book the show. So like, I think that whatever was negotiated, which we only got paid a certain amount from that. Mm-hmm. And it was just very odd. I think that like he was a little bit like lower on budget, so he wanted to like charge us something stupid
to make up the difference.
Welcome to the music business.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm confused. Like, you're a bar owner. You win some, you lose some. Like, we're also in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. How many people do you expect to come out here?
I mean, there was a decent amount.
There's
50 maybe.
At least 50.
At least 50
I mean,
people
at least
in there.
50, if not 100. I mean, there was a lot of people, but it was just a different. It's kind of what I'm used to in South Georgia, but just a different atmosphere a little bit. It was fun. But I mean, when do we not have alcohol and guitars and not have a good time? So
Yeah.
it was that kind of thing. We had fun regardless if anybody else did, but we did. And I think everybody else did too. So
It was fun, but very creepy. Like,
yeah. We ended up
definitely
on a couch.
would not go back to that place.
Well, Dustin ended up in a beanbag that night.
Mm-hmm.
He was on a beanbag sleeping. I'm on a couch and she's on a love seat at somebody's house. Like, and it's a super nice guy. We actually played a show with him, our buddy Corey, and we went back to his place. And like I said, we were just like, Dustin's turning on this fishing channel on YouTube, just like on the TV. So he goes to sleep watching
Who
fishing
signed
shows.
up for this live?
Yeah.
And I was like, what, okay, whatever, man.
It's crazy. It's so funny. Every time like I end up in like just situations that you're like, why? I'm like, who chose this life?
Yeah.
Like me and Sarah were getting ready in like
Yeah.
truck stops and stuff, like
Yeah.
doing our makeup, doing our hair. People are coming in and out, and I'm just looking at her and I'm like, this is our life.
Wouldn't it? I always think, I'm like, God, I wish I grew up wanting to be a lawyer. Like, I wish I grew up wanting to be a doctor or something.
I grew
so
up
this is-
wanting that money, but I didn't grow up with the education.
I didn't. I just when you love music, you just there's
Yeah.
no
Oh, I know.
other way. Like
Yeah, there's
you would
no
do
other way.
anything.
Exactly.
for it.
Yeah.
Are you going to Key West?
Yes.
You are.
Yes.
Where are you playing? Do you know?
I've got like 2 different rounds, but we're actually playing for 2 weeks out there.
Oh hell yeah!
At this place called.
Oh, I'm driving, by the way, so I may just stay and hang out the next week because I'm driving separate. So
Wait, you're driving?
yeah, I'm gonna drive down. It got so late and the tickets are so high, and I drove last year.
I'm driving.
Yeah,
Y'all are driving to
It's
Key
so
West?
expensive.
I drove.
the flights.
Actually, I've been 2 years in a row now, and I've driven both times.
Same.
and
Wait,
it's-
well, we need to talk about that because Jake Curry. And we'll talk about it. Sorry, this
yeah. Let's make our plans here for
sorry,
y'all.
just for everybody
This
to
is
hear.
the address we're staying.
This is
at.
what we're saying. But anyways, we're playing 2 weeks. I think. Oh gosh, what is the place called? Cowboy Bills, maybe.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But we're playing 2 weeks every night.
So dope.
So like 9 to 1. And so we're gonna have a band out there. It's me and this other guy. We're splitting the show, and like so we'll be able to do Key West stuff all day, and then every night we'll just have the after party there.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
The first year that I went with my buddies Chad Gant and Chris Anderson, and then David Adam Burns came and played a week, and then so they changed out the singers and stuff, but the same band. So I went down with the band and got to stay for free, and we got half off everything. And there's a Mexican restaurant attached to it. So yeah, it was like day drinking, half off. Of course,
Heck yeah.
salsa and
Key
chips
West
and
is
queso.
that place where it's like it's really important to go for the networking,
Yeah.
but when it comes to actual shows, everyone's so drunk.
It's just a party.
It's just a party.
It is. It's so
and
much
it's
fun.
like, yes, there's some networking, but is it career changing? Probably.
It's
not.
an excuse to go.
Ex-
I always say it's about the networking, just so I have an excuse to go
No,
and
that's
have
exactly.
fun.
But most of the time, whenever you go there, it's no different than us walking into Tin Roof for Losers going into a bar in Key
And
West
same
because
with
you
same
still
people.
know 20 people in
It's
the
hilarious
Yeah.
because
And it's
I guess
fun.
it's kind of true, but there are some big names who aren't usually at like Losers and stuff who
Oh,
are
yeah.
then around in Key West.
bar. Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
I say it's like songwriter spring break. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just
It is. And
A
Dean
shit
Dillon
show.
this year, can't wait. I got to meet him the first year that he played. He wrote like 55 of George Strait songs, so he's amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't even looked at like the lineup or anything.
I know Craig Wiseman's playing.
That'll be good.
Yeah. Brad Paisley.
Hardy's gonna be, but those are like pay to get
Oh,
in
yeah.
shows.
Oh,
I
don't
love
care.
Hardy.
I never go to those big shows anyway. I just get drunk, find my friends, and wander around. Find me
Who's
the
shocked?
smoking tuna on
Who's
those local
shocked?
drafts.
Nobody.
Last year was the first time I ever went to a strip club.
Oh,
Ever.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so I heard when you go to Key West, like you have to go to a strip club.
Yeah, we walked in. I was with my boyfriend at the time, and then another one of our friends. I will not say any of their names because obviously it's
You
a
want
strip
me to
club.
say 'em?
I'm not gonna. No,
I'm
I'm not.
kidding.
No, I don't want to out them for going to a strip club. And
Oh.
all of a sudden, all of these other friends from Nashville, like kind of friends but not like close friends, all walked in, and one of them goes, "Just meeting up at a strip club unexpectedly. Not weird at all. Like it was just so like at Key West, no one gives any fucks.
Yeah.
No.
Not
No
the
one
first.
cares.
It's so good.
I'm
So
excited. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so much fun.
We were trying. What's the strip club that's in Alabama, right down the road from where Dustin lives, that they keep joking about? Because it's seriously like a little block building that looks like your dad's shed or something.
I
in the
know.
backyard.
Dustin's like, Chris, there's that strip club. He goes,
that's right.
If you want to get us out of this fiasco. I'm like, funny.
Well, there is a strip club in Key West that like you walk by. It wasn't the one we went to, obviously. Yeah. You walk by and the girls are in their like bras and underwear on the front porch, like smoking cigarettes. Like,
are you sure that was a strip club? That sounds like South Georgia. If you
it
go
was
to the wrong bar.
It was a strip club. It was a strip club. But we were like, get us out of here.
That's awesome, though. I mean, why not? I feel like anything goes in Key West. That's the cool thing.
Pretty much. Last time, me and Dustin ended up going to Turtle Crawls, which is an awesome like tower bar right there on the pier, overlooking the water, and sit there, and they have great beer on draft, and it's freezing because they have these awesome mugs that they keep in the freezer for you, and they got the ice in the, in the little thing, the gel or whatever. And anyway, so we sit there and we drink those, and we come across these two couples, and they were great people. We talked to them, and then they found out that we were, songwriters and all that fun stuff. So they came out to a couple shows, but they're like, so y'all are actually country? And I was like, well, I mean, we from the South, all right. He's like, do y'all like to fish? And we're like, well, yeah. He's like, man, we chartered a boat. We're leaving out at 7 o'clock in the morning. He's like, if y'all want to go, just come. We already paid for it. And so, hell.
Oh, my God. That sounds
so
like
me and Dustin ended up. Yeah. So the bad thing is Dustin got so drunk, I tried to call him. He didn't wake up till like 10 minutes after we left. So Dustin missed it. Yeah, I went. Well, we caught Lynn.
Wait, can we contact these people?
Well, they already contacted me, wanting to know if I was going back. So
I say yes.
Yeah,
yes,
they're great.
My two best friends, Priscilla and Juju.
Right?
Yeah. They have to come on.
We're going to be on a boat.
I'm on a boat.
Yeah. I was going to say, though, the only, and I'm not dissing Key West. Obviously we love Key West. Yeah. We've all had a blast there. But I wish they had more beaches open to the public. I feel like a lot of their beaches are like resorts, but I think the key is that you have to have a boat. You have to get on a boat and to be on the water. Did you guys go to
we
a
went
beach
to Southernmost, yeah. And there's another one.
There's a like a restaurant that what is it called? They had a lot of the rounds there, but it's basically on the beach. We stayed there most of the time last year.
Do they have like a public beach though?
Yeah, they got like two really? at least. I've only been to two, but
because my friends last year, we did some photos down there, and they were like, we looked for a beach all day yesterday, and we could not find. We found like a little one that was like 10 feet wide.
What?
Yeah, but maybe we should tell them that there's a bar with a beach.
I was thinking Priscilla. It was like me and Kristen Foreman and Vanessa and some other people. We all went. Well, Dustin. That's why I thought you were there, because Dustin and Carissa and Bryce and Taylor, Steven. They came down, and I think Trent Thomason or whatever was playing on the up there with Frankie Ballard, like in the back of the beach, so you could still hear them and everything. But they were selling these like huge 64-ounce buckets of like Sex on the Beach and all these real tropical drinks. So we stayed out there and just got smashed, and then I had to leave because I was scared my ginger ass was getting burnt. So yeah.
Oh my gosh.
If you want to make some money, buy some stock and sunscreen at this time.
No, seriously.
It's about to go down.
Lee and I actually met last year at Key West, and he doesn't remember me.
I thought we met at Losers. I thought you said we met at Losers.
We did meet at Losers a long time ago, but then we met again. There was only like 5 of us there. He's in the pool. I'm on the edge of the pool with my boyfriend at the time, and we had conversations and everything, and he doesn't remember it.
It's okay. I told you, it's literally like Nashville and Key West.
Well, I didn't realize that was you. When you're like, yeah, I saw you in Key West. I didn't realize same person. I'm like,
I was 30 pounds heavier.
So. Oh, I was like, another cute blonde. I'm sorry, I don't remember. They're everywhere. I'm just kidding.
You have been killing it. You've been losing some weight, mama.
You work out with Vinny, right?
Every now and again, I was for a little while, and then I love working out at Vinny's. It's just really far from my house.
Yeah, no, it's 30 minutes from my house.
How far is it from here? Because I've been wanting to work out with
21 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
It's very exact.
21, wow.
Yeah.
So have you just been working out with him? Are you on a certain eating program? Or?
Well, so I started working out with him last May, so about a year ago now, and I actually gained weight. But it was because I was still eating pizzas and meatball parms. Yeah. Meatball parms are it's so hard not to have them.
I don't know what that is, but
And
I want
so
one.
I was like a meatball sub, like a hoagie
oh.
kind of thing.
Wow.
And so I like started gaining muscle, but I wasn't losing any fat. And then because I was still eating like shit. And then in July, it was like July 1st, and I weighed myself, and I had like a moment, and I was like, I gotta start. So I started doing Weight Watchers, and then lost 30 pounds in like a few months.
I feel like I have that moment every morning.
That's amazing.
You what?
I said I feel like I have that moment every morning when I get on the scale. It's like every time it's like I'm having a moment, but
There's
Chinese.
I don't even
Chinese
step
right
on
down
the
the road.
scale anymore, honestly.
Yeah, I think we can break this out.
The
maybe.
moonshine?
Yeah.
Wait, did you make
Let's
this?
make Juju.
Yeah,
try
Juju.
it.
You
Do I drink it out of the...
Don't drink too much.
Oh,
I mean, like
Jesus.
I don't mind.
We
if you
all
drink
are
it all,
singing
but
tonight,
yes.
so we have to be good.
Yeah. Well, Dustin had
Well,
like 2
it
swigs.
smells like Christmas. It smells like apple pie.
It is. It's good stuff. It's the real deal. It'll hit you, but you can't taste the alcohol in that.
No,
So
you
that's-
can't.
that's
I didn't
the
even think
dangerous
there was
thing.
That's
any
what's
alcohol in
dangerous
that.
about it. Is it is
Is that-
full of alcohol. That is the real deal.
Dude, it's so good.
I don't taste any alcohol.
Yeah, well, that's what happened to Dustin. He took one swig and he's like, I didn't say, you sure this guy? And he took another swallow. And then like 10 minutes later, he's like, that shit hit me, like for real. And I was like, well, I told you.
There was one night I got so messed up on moonshine, and I was drinking it like water. I mean, seriously.
I mean,
like,
I could drink that like water.
Yeah. And then the next day, oh my God, I was out all day, and I was like, I don't understand like how I'm so hungover.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my buddies were like, Priscilla, because you were drinking moonshine out of the mason jar as if it was your chug of water that you're supposed to be drinking. I'm like, I know, it's so bad.
Yeah.
I honestly can't even really drink wine anymore because I like drink it like juice. I have like Tito's and sodas and stuff, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
there's alcohol in this, like, or beer, there's alcohol in this, but certain wines, like certain Chardonnays, I can't drink it because I'm just like downing it like it's grape
So is a
juice.
Chard your favorite, or what do you?
Yeah, Chardonnay.
Yeah.
I like my mom.
I'm
Gotcha.
like a cab girl. I like red wine.
You do?
Yeah.
I think it's okay. I actually have a song called "My Baby Likes to Wine" instead of wine, but she likes to wine, and it's pretty funny. It's good stuff.
Say wine again.
Wine,
Say wine again.
wine,
You say wine.
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 He always adds this with his
Put
Y's.
so much emphasis.
Like,
on
say
H.
why.
Why?
Why. I don't understand.
I don't
Is it
either.
like, it's a Georgia thing, I guess?
Shit if I know.
Yo,
It's a Lee thing.
wah.
Where are you from?
Wah,
again?
wah, wah.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
What about you?
Connecticut.
She's from way up yonder.
Wow. How long have you been in Nashville?
3.5 years now. More than that.
Nice.
Yeah, more than that. But I always say, I moved here when I was 19, like just turned 19, and I always say it feels like I didn't move here until I turned 21.
Yeah.
Because it's a whole different, like I didn't do anything.
Me either.
Like networking, anything. And then when I turned
What did
21.
you do for the first 2 years?
I took some guitar lessons and voice lessons, and I like worked with older songwriters and stuff that like I was set up with. But once I turned 21, then you start going out to winners and losers, and you start, people are like, you write? Let's write. And that's how everything started.
Yeah.
Really.
We should cancel a write sometime.
Yeah.
Right?
We should write sometime. Like, yes, let's do it. It's like, the Nashville way is hilarious to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just the conversation starter. Like, oh, you do music? Like, that is probably 99% of all this, like, conversation starters in Nashville. Like, oh, you do music too?
Yeah.
Oh, cool, we should write sometime.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned the next question is, does it pay your bills? Because it definitely doesn't pay mine. I can't wait till that
If
day,
anyone's asked me that,
Yeah.
I'd be like, yes. And then like
Yes.
turn around and be like, no.
Yeah, I mean, I walk some dogs and write some music and find some shit on the side of the road, sell it, and do some music.
Shop
you know,
at Goodwill.
Yeah, exactly.
I a few weeks ago I had like 3 modeling gigs in just
Wow.
within the span of like a week and a half, and I made more from those 3 than I've ever made from music,
Wow.
which is insane.
It's awesome.
It's so hard.
I would say
though.
sign me up, but I don't think I'm meant for the modeling world.
Dude, you are so gorgeous. I'm not even kidding. You have the most gorgeous face ever.
Oh, thank
Are
you.
you wearing those heels today?
Honey. Yes.
Always. Look at
Dang.
this. They're
I
so
don't
serious.
play. Do not. I'm putting my shoes up on your counter, Jesus.
I don't eat on that side.
And Lee's like a
It's
germ
okay.
freak, so
It's
I'm
okay.
really surprised you haven't broken out the spray yet.
I did right before you got here. I'll wash it after you
You
leave.
did.
Yes, I'm in heels. I'm always in heels. I think
I
I
didn't
came
know
out
if
of
you
the
had on
women
those
heels.
huge heels because you got some black ones with the red heels too, right?
Yep.
They're infamous.
But these are the same ones.
Yeah.
But they're just brown.
Okay.
They're so cute.
I've got a heel problem. I'm 5 foot, you know? I want to look 5'5" instead of 5 foot. So put the chunky heels on.
Oh yeah.
I
There
really,
are pros of being 5 foot because once you put the heels on, you then are super cute because you're in heels, but you're still shorter than guys. I am 5'4", which is not bad, but then when I like wearing high heels too, like 4-inch heels, and then I'm like not looking down at guys, but I'm like here.
yeah.
And I'm like, God, moments like this, I wish I was 5
I'll
foot.
never have to worry about dudes being shorter than me. It's just a thing. I don't know, maybe.
You might
Yeah.
meet him. You never know. You
Hey.
got the losers long enough.
At this point in my life, I am open to everything and attached to nothing besides my dog.
That's one way to put it.
All right,
Oh,
y'all.
my
Well,
goodness.
let's wrap up. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for coming, for
Oh
being
my-
our first guest.
Oh my gosh, thank y'all so much for having me. I'm excited
You're
for this
awesome.
thing to start off.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for having me like your first podcast thing. Hopefully I
good
didn't
time.
butcher it.
Did we mention the name of the podcast yet?
Yeah, when I started it, it's like Beauty and the Beard.
Okay, Beauty and the Beard.
Is that
okay.
moonshine getting to you?
Gosh, I hope
Probably.
I hope I did.
Beauty and the Beard.
I
If
don't
we
know.
haven't said it yet, it's Beauty and the Beard.
Beauty
We got Beauty and the Beard over here.
Yeah.
And this is going to be
Thanks
cool.
for clarifying which one's
Yeah.
which.
I mean,
I thought I was Beauty.
a little bit more moonshine, I would have been like Beauty and the Beard.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm excited for you guys. This is going to be fun.
I think so.
Thanks, girl.
Cool.
Well, don't forget to check out her song "Thick Thighs." It comes out on May 3rd.
Yes.
And
Cool.
hell yeah! Thanks, y'all.
Awesome.
See ya.
Thank you guys so much for having me.